Okay, on the previous stream, I created a user interface with input field. It was some kind of registration form, and the player is able, when the player is able to put your name. And on this stream, I like to okay, on the previous stream, I sent the data from user interface through the client to the server, and on this stream, I would like to store or to register user in database. That's what I'm going to do at the first part of the stream, and in the second part of the stream, I would like to configure virtual machine with Docker for my future server, which I'm going to create for you. Okay, so let's start, and let me focus on what I want to do. Okay. Okay. So what can I do? I think that I should. Okay, where I stopped. Okay, when I open console, I can type show. Okay, I haven't loaded the plugin. So let's start sandbox. Okay, and now I can type a show. Type the show command to show the registration form. Okay, and now I am able to register my player by typing my name and clicking register. As you can see, I sent the data to the server and I got the result here on server side. It means that my server got event. So now it's time to open the database connection, but this time I would like to create a dedicated helper for this purpose. Not existing item, but new item. And let's call the class, let's rename the class to database helper. And this class will contains only static methods. That's what I want to do. Or maybe not. No, maybe not static. But I would like that this class will have it will be a singleton. Let's see how to do singleton in C#. Okay, so we just have to make an instance of singleton, and when the instance is null, I should set the instance, I should create the instance and set the static value. Okay, so let's try to repeat the singleton approach, which is private. We have to create a variable for our instance, static variable for our instance. Final or not final, I would create the final one. Yes, I would create the final one. There is no such word like final. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we need to okay. I would like to see if there is some other event, because look, on my main script I have event like on resource start. I'm wondering if there is similar event like on resource stop or something like that, because I would like to make a connection to open connection to a database. No, I'm not sure if it's a okay. The first thought was to make a connection on resource start, and then when on resource stop event, we could close the connection. But I don't think so. I don't think so that it's. I don't think that it's a good approach, because the connection will be open for a very long time. So now I would take approach that I will be creating that I create database connection in every invocation of the helper. I think that's the better approach. Because using this approach, I could easily replace. I'm able to easily replace this creating of instance to let's say some connection pooling approach. Okay, but let's check if we have a method called on resource stop. Maybe I will try to just check. Come on. On resource start and on resource stop. Okay, let's check if we have such kind of event. Let's restart our sandbox. And let's restart it again, because it was already loaded, so I should restart it twice. No, there is no such event. Okay, so let's check it in documentation. Okay. On the resource stop. So following the documentation, it should be such kind of event like on the resource stop. Okay, so let's build it again. Now I'm going to refresh. And let's restart sandbox. Okay, let's stop sandbox. Okay. I don't understand why. Oh, okay. Yes, I got it. It is here. So okay, the resource is so the event is being called. Okay, so So I think that I can try to use the first approach. I mean, I will prepare two methods here. The first one, it will be an init method, and the second one, it will be let's say destructor or something like that. I will try to or finalizer or just destroy method. But first, I'm going to check if there is a method like destructor or something like that in C#. I don't think so, but maybe. Deterministic cleanup object. It doesn't call the object's memory. It belongs to garbage collector, but it used, for example, to close file. Database connection. Okay, so I think that I should use this interface. Okay, so let's implement interface. And during creation of okay, and I will prepare another method called public void init, and as far I remember, I should pass string, connection string, and user and password. Okay, now it's time to create the connection. Yes, it's time to create a connection. Let me think how to do this. Okay, I will check my previous implementation when I have already done it, and it will be easier to just to copy and paste the solution. I think that I have it here. And let me think. I have files like MySQL test.cs. Okay, and okay, so I have here is MySQL sync builder, but it doesn't. I don't need it in this case. I have using What does this clause mean using? Using. Okay, so it helps us to clean up resources. So it's like try with resources in Java. It's okay. I think that I will use this approach. Yes, I will use this approach, but in little different way. Okay, so I don't need disposable interface. Okay, I will need just the instance of this. Or maybe even better, I don't need an instance of database helper because I will create it. Okay, I will show you how I'm going to do this. It will be a normal object, database helper, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to store those values, or maybe to store connection string in a field. Let's create constructor public constructor. When I pass what I need, server host, it's a host, it's a server host, database, user, password, and port, int, long, no idea, int port. And what I'm going to do here is to create this MySQL connection string builder with those values. Okay. Okay, I need to add the MySQL reference So let's click here to reference, then add a reference, frameworks or extensions. I don't remember exactly where is MySQL. It's here, okay, in extensions. Okay, let's add the reference, and now I should be able to import this package. Okay. And now I could I think that I could make my own resource called MySQL async. Yes, I will do it in a different approach, and I will use it in my further projects. So I will create one more project. Let me think. I will create one more project. Okay, how to create project? Here, add new project. Okay, I'm gonna call this project like better coding database async. Or MySQL async. Yes, maybe MySQL async. Okay, just database async. Okay, see database async. Or okay, or maybe I will check what's the name of the one of the most common connector to FiveM. I think it calls MySQL async. Okay, FiveM MySQL async. Okay, so I will call it better coding FiveM MySQL connector. Better coding FiveM MySQL connector. Yeah, I'm proud of the name. Better coding MySQL SQL FiveM connector. Okay, so I'm gonna create the connector. I will copy the class name. Let's create the connector. And what I'm going to do is that I will add a reference to MySQL data here. Okay, I'm going to delete the reference which I already added here. Okay, and I'm going to add project reference. I mean that my sandbox server has reference to this one. So let's rename the class, and we're going to implement it. Okay, and beta coding MySQL FiveM connector is a base script. It's just a base script. I will delete those unused imports. And I'm gonna add a reference to Citizen FX core server. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is to get the values from configuration file, but before that I will do it. Okay, at first I will prepare some variables or even fields to store to store the values that are required to build connection string. So private string hostname, then what was it? It was hostname, database name, then hostname, database name, username, password, and port, which is int, I think, integer. Okay. Now in constructor I will create a handler like in okay, I will create it manually to remember statements. Public void FiveM connector, and what's the problem? Member cannot be the same as their closing type. Okay. Now it's better. Okay, what I need is I need to I think that I can just I could just store it, just have only one variable, because or not, I will prepare one more variable called connection string, and I will add those. Let me check. I will add yes, I'm gonna store only one variable called connection string, and all of those values I'm going to pass by a constructor here. How to reformat code? Control E. Okay. No, doesn't work. So Control E, Control D. No, it's a control. Okay. Okay, let's create connections thing. Okay. I've just started, and I'm creating a plugin like MySQL async for FiveM, but I'm doing in C# because it's also very interesting topic for me. You know, I'm not only focused on writing plugins, but also for learning new things in new language like C#. So creating the plugin like MySQL async is also some kind of fun. Okay. Okay. What is cancellation token? System threading. Okay. I think that I don't need it. Okay. So I have connection string here, and I need some my first method. Like let's try to store some. Okay, let's try to insert some data to database. How to do this? I think that we can look on my previous example. Okay, I have select star from player. So I have some command here. Okay. I'm not sure what I want to do exactly, because it's quite easy to write a dedicated method to store, let's say, player into table, but it's hard to do it in a generic way, which means that I want to store any object, any table. So how can I do this? Let me think. Okay, I think that I could do this using interfaces, like for example, maybe, okay, let's split the problem into two parts. The first one is I would like to execute some command without returning any values. So let's create method public void, just execute. Or just maybe save. Save is a good word for that. And what I want to pass here is, I think, any object that I want to save. Okay. Let's see how to do generics in C#. I think I've done it on my previous stream, like here. Okay, so this is how generics looks like. So I could write something like that: public void t save public t save t object. What's the problem? Okay, so I want to create a method called saved object, which takes an entity to save, and which also takes object mapper, or maybe command mapper, which allows me to create commands, to pass how to create a command. I think that might be a good approach. Okay, entity, and what I need is like a function, C# functional interface. Java functional interfaces, because I need to not compare. Yes, I need this one. So it's just a function. Okay. So I need a function from T to, I think, command interface, because I need it here to execute. So it's func, just func. So okay, it's okay, and the first argument is input. Okay, input. So I need to know how to translate the type T into command. I think, yes, command. Create command. Okay, So let's create connection here. So when I want to save object, then I should open connection using connection string. Okay, then I should create command. Okay, I should open connection async and await for it. Okay. And what next? Build a connection string. What is the type of connection string? It's just a string. Okay. What is here? Connection open async. Type a way to can be only use within async method. Okay, public async save object. The return type of async method must be void. So I understand what is the problem, but okay, I will tell you where is the problem. The problem is that I suppose that I have a table with auto incremented column ID, so I don't have to add ID to object, like to player, before I save it to database. The problem is that when I call async method, I cannot return the value. So I have to pass entity with as a reference, and here I have to add void as a return. Okay, and that's also the problem. I'm not able to to pass object by reference here. Let me think. What can I do here? Okay, let me think how my server script looks like. I'm here, and here I would like to create something like a player, player equals new player. Player equals new player. Okay, with just player name, but I also need a player ID. Okay, I also need a player ID. I'm not able to Okay, let's see how does this MySQL async works. Fetch scalar. MySQL sync fetch scalar. Okay, so they split it function. They split it interface into synchronous and asynchronous. Okay, I think that I know how I can do this. Look, the first thing is that I think that I can use their approach. It's a good approach. So I can do this in this way. I can create a static class here. Okay, I can create the class, not the class, just the method. Just execute method. So it's not save object, but execute. Okay, so public async void execute. The method takes parameter calls let's say command text. Okay, command just SQL, and it also takes an action to do, like a callback, like here. So it's an action, just an action. Okay, so I need an action where I can do something with what? Let me check. With nothing here, but I think that I can get some let's say C# execute insert and fetching ID Okay, I have a SQL command, and what is select after your insert. Okay. Okay. I'm a little tired. I need to do this. Okay, what I want to achieve is that I would like to, for example, save some object or something like that. And do some action after. Okay, so I think that I need to create okay, the simplest method to what is here? Is it some mapper or what? So that's the params. Okay, so how does result looks like? Okay, so let's try to create method public async void execute, and here I create some function void. Just action. It's not invoke action. DB data reader, dobra. Okay. Hash map parameters. It's a hash map. So okay, it's like that. It's a command parameters add parameter. So I have command here, then I can just command parameters add parameter, okay, and C# hash map. Dictionary, okay. So dictionary has key, string key, and string value, or maybe even object value. Okay. Like parameters. Now let's iterate through parameters. Through keys, let's for each okay, I need to just write for each function. Okay, so for each string key in parameters keys, let me check this. add with value. Okay. So parameter name is just key, and value is parameters key. Okay. Let me think. Okay, I need one more. I'm terribly tired. I'm terribly tired. Okay. It's 2 minutes after midnight. Okay, I think that I have written execute command properly. So execute async, and I can create also a method called execute async, just execute. Which gives me okay, I will add this to-do annotation. Okay, so I have execute async method, and what I can do with this, I could I think that I can just store the player name database. Okay, so let me check how my database table looks like. Okay, it looks like you can see. So let me think. Okay, I would like to execute this command from here. just MySQL. Pulse new MySQL connector. Control Shift. There's no. Okay. Okay. Duplicate and retrieve player key. I'm sleepy. Okay, so I have ID, name, and description. Let me think for a moment. I have insert into player name, description, values, player name and description, and here I have duplicate entry free for key player UK. Okay, but why there is entry 3? It's connected, command created, and command created, and that's all. Let's try to do it one more time. Cannot execute. Okay, let's build it again, and okay, now I got error. Okay, add parameter player name equals 3. So it's here. Okay, so dictionary, how to get value from dictionary? Maybe just dictionary, try get value. Just get value. Okay. Okay, so I will try to do it with parameters. Try to get value. Okay, it's okay. So it's it is passed by reference. So okay, out our value. I think that I can write this construction in different way. Okay, thank you very much. Good evening. Yes, I'm writing. I'm learning how to write custom plugins to FiveM. It's a mod to GTA 5, and now I'm trying to make a registration form that sends the data through the client to the server, and at the end it tries to store the data in database, and now I'm on the last step. Okay, okay, out value try. Okay, so maybe okay. Okay, here add value. Okay, I think that's all. Execute reader as. Okay, so let's build the solution. I think that it should work now. Okay, I need to close the server. I'm a little tired because it's my 4th hour of streaming, and it's 40 minutes past midnight. So I hope that I finish before 1 o'clock. Okay. Mhm. Are you a programmer? Okay, I do it. Now I have to wait. Okay, okay. Let's. Yes, I think that I have learned a lot of about C Sharp and FiveM, because as you told, there is no documentation in C Sharp, so I'm new in C Sharp. I'm from Java world, so everything is new for me. Yes, even Visual Studio Code is terrible for me. I cannot I cannot get used to this IDE. But in next few streams, I'm going to start writing my first economy, economy plugin, because I need to get more information about how does it works. I have some ideas, but I need to get more knowledge about how these plugins are built. Do you have any knowledge about it? Sorry for my accent, but I'm still learning English, and it's really hard to write a code and thinking in English and speaking in English. Sometimes I miss a word. Word. Okay, and it looks okay. I got the error duplicate entry free for key. Okay. So I suppose that you are a C# developer. Am I right or not? Let me check. The data. Okay, so there is some problem that I got free instead of my player name. So I think that I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, C# developer. Yeah, so as I told you, I'm an Oracle developer. I mean, I'm developing in Perl SQL, Oracle ADF, and now I'm Java developer. I'm developing in Spring Boot. What kind of application do you write? Corporate application or like business application or websites or what? Okay, I need to find the bug because I think that the value is 3, but so you are just a hobbyist. Okay. I think that I have a bug here. Yes, of course, that's the bug, because I I passed just 3 instead of my variable here. Okay, so now it should work. So let's try to rebuild the solution. You know, on my next stream, I want to configure. I want to configure. I'm going to configure FiveM, my own FiveM server, but not on on my workstation, but I want to do it in Docker environment. So I think it might be quite interesting. If you want, you can just you can just follow my channel, because I will put the schedule. I hope that I will do it tomorrow, but I'm not sure, because tomorrow is Friday. Yes, so I'm not sure if I have a time. Okay. Okay, as you want. Okay, we start. Do you have any knowledge about writing about GTA 5 and FiveM? I mean, how some scripts works? Like, for example, how they write this taxi plugin, or I don't know, maybe some kind of economic plugin. How they do it? What's the logic behind it? Okay, let's restart. I'm only one thread person. Okay, show. Okay, it's a layer called Adam. Let's register. Okay, there's no sound. Okay, it looks promising. Yes. Okay, so I have it. Into economy yet. I'm still just writing basic test scripts just to see how to interact with the world and the tools given out. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Yes, as you can see. But I started from from the tools, like how to connect to the database, how to make a UI, for example. I haven't tried what I've done also was I handled net events to calculate how much damage I put to someone, but it was quite interesting. Yes, because I need to investigate a lot. I do know of a breadcrumb. Coder gave me a learning the different methods in the code already pre-made. Huh? Different methods in the code. What do you mean he gave you of learning the different methods in the code? What do you mean? He told you something about the game, or he told you about C# and because as I understood, you are writing in C#. You are writing plugins in C#. Okay, I need to leave one. Okay. 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 I got it. Okay, yes, that's okay. Thank you very much, because I think that it's very interesting stuff here. Okay, I need to understand, you know, what's going on here. Do you think that you could tell me what you have learned? Okay, of course not today, yes, but maybe in a few days. This is all the pre-made methods that is made for spelling coders. Okay. Okay, so thank you one more time. I will definitely see it in the future. Okay. The last thing on this stream is I made a method execute async, and I noticed that when I got an exception, whole server you know is interrupted. So now I just skipped the exception by by handling it in this way, and it's not a good solution. I think that I should add another callback here to handle unexpected to handle failure. I think that's the better solution. What do you think? Failure invoke E. Okay, and now when I do you know what is how to reformat code in Visual Studio? Because Control E doesn't work for me, and I have to do it manually. It's not professional. It doesn't look professional. How to what? I mean, how to reformat code in how to format code in Visual Studio. What keys should I press? Because Control E doesn't work. control key. Okay, let me try. No, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work for me. No, so it doesn't work. Control key doesn't work. Maybe no. Waiting for second key of. I have no idea. So control key, control E. No. Yes. Okay. Control key, control E. But I have no idea why. You know, I have to press control key and then control E, and now it works. Okay. Thank you. It helps me a lot because no, it was. Oh, maybe you know how to generate some code, like how to generate accessors, how to generate constructor. Is there any key combination? Okay, I will test this approach with ctor for constructor. Just type ctor. Oh, okay, and ctor and okay, twice. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, it helps me a lot. And what about accessors like getters and setters? Okay, I will test. Show, and okay, I will try another name like Lucas. Let's register, and I think that it works. I should have another player in the table. Okay, it works. And now I will try to register the user one more time, and I should get unique key validation exception. Okay, I got it, and it should be handled by this method, but I'm not sure if it was. Duplicate key, it is somewhere. It's Lucas, okay. Register failure. Yes, I think that you know it by a different term. I mean getters and setters. When you have a property, like you have a class and property, that's what we call in Java. For example, this is a field, but it's so if you have a field, you can add some getters, for example. Yes, like I think like yeah, like. So just prop, I mean, and okay, so okay, so let's prop. Okay, yes, that's what I was looking for. But for example, if I have already wrote something like in this way, where I have field called MySQL, how can I generate getter? Is it possible, or I have to do it manually by, you know, by writing something? I don't know, something like that. No. I need to get used to this this language. It's strange for me. It's not so hard, but it's very inconvenient. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. The last problem that I have is that my exception handler wasn't invoked. So when you start a prop, it highlights sections, and you can replace this if you want. Okay, so when you start a prop, it highlights sections, like, I mean, here? No. I didn't understand you. One moment, just here. Okay, let's rebuild and let's test. Okay, yes, it works. It works exactly that I wanted. Now everything is okay. When you type prop, it will start a code snippet public. Yes, okay, okay, I know, and I can replace it. Okay, I understand you now. I mean, I understood you. Okay, I want to ask you one more thing, because I'm wondering how if you have a FiveM server, let's say, and there are only 32 slots on the server, and there are some players, and how do administrators how they how they protect, how they authenticate, how they authenticate players? I mean, how does this process looks like? Players register on website. This website is connected to some database, and do you have an idea how does it works, and how this authentication works? Or I don't know, maybe there is some plugin to which because one thing I've seen a lot of admins do, I use whitelisting with Discord. Whitelisting with Discord. So, but is it a native mechanism implemented in FiveM server? I mean, in raw FiveM, or is have a script that connects with the Discord channel and you get be whitelisted? Okay, yeah, it's very good solution. Thank you. Yes, it makes sense, and I think that I know how to do this. It's like a remote database. Yes, you can just. Oh, okay. Yes, I've seen his channel, so I know what are you talking about. Okay, Daniel, thank you very much. You helped me a lot. You told me very interesting approach. You told me about very interesting approach with this Discord channel. I'm not sure which approach I will choose because I have my own website and it's already it's located on VPS, I mean virtual private server. So I thought that I could make a website with, let's say, registration form. But in other hand, your solution with Discord is even simpler than website, because there is out of the box you have roles and role administration and channels, and yeah, so it's very interesting what you told me. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm a little tired, so I finished for today, and I'm not sure where I will make next stream because I have holiday next week. Maybe in the weekend. Maybe I will take my laptop to with me on holiday. I'm not sure what if I have good internet connection there, but if I have, I will try to stream. Yeah, okay. I will appreciate if you do this. But my streams are very long and I'm learning, so some action took me a lot of time to investigate, to think how to think how to do this, so, or how to solve the problem. But what I can tell you is I can give you an advice, just to see the end effect, and you will see what I've done. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the future.